Nurses at Genesis Hospital are still on strike, saying they're fighting for patient safety. We take you to the picket line.
Yesterday, two Detroit teams faced off in the Division I MHSAA state finals.
And Davison is participating in the Season of Giving, how you can help to give those in need. DTV News starts right now.
Patient safety. That's one of the things nurses at Henry Ford Genesis Hospital say they're fighting for. Good afternoon, Davison.
The strike involves approximately 750 registered nurses and caseworkers from Teamsters Local 332. They say they are seeking a new contract with safe nurse-to-patient ratios, competitive wages, and better working conditions.
DTV reporter Montana Arms joins us live in the newsroom. Montana, you were right there on the picket lines. Tell us what's happening.
Nurses have been on the strike since the beginning of September, standing strong against Henry Ford Health, leading them to stay day and night fighting for what they believe in. There have been dozens of bargaining meetings between the union and the hospital since negotiations started back in April. Teamsters nurses at Henry Ford Genesis Hospital have taken to the picket lines on the side of Holly Road in Grand Blanc Township for nearly 3 months. They say they are fighting for better working conditions, and it's not just for themselves, but also for their patients.
We are here because that's our calling in life, is to take care of patients and save their lives and make them healthy.
The main sticking point for the strike is nurse-to-patient ratios. The union says the ratios are too high.
The reason I'm out here right now is because when I send patients to the floor, the nurse is supposed to have between 5 and 6 patients, and Henry Ford chooses for them to have 10, 11, and 12. That's the reason we're out here right now.
Mark is a registered nurse and has worked for Henry Ford for over 20 years. Chantel is a nurse at Henry Ford and has been for the last 7 years. She works in the emergency room, and she says at times she is so overloaded with patients she can't stop for a second.
I don't take breaks. Some days I don't even go to the bathroom for 12 hours. I very rarely take a lunch because there's no other nurses to take over for us. They're all at their maximum limit as well. So I personally work as hard and as fast and as smart as I can, but it's still only so much you can do.
Henry Ford Health believes that nurses are causing their own problems. They state to maintain ideal nurse-to-patient ratios, people need to come to work. Teamsters members called off 5,872 times between January 1st and August 18th of 2025. Henry Ford also cited research that indicated mandated ratios don't change patient outcomes or lead to a better patient experience. While the data and research provide one perspective, for many people in the community, these changes have a real and personal impact that go far beyond statistics.
They've closed down units, they've closed down the pediatric unit, they've closed down the specialty care unit. I don't feel comfortable with my grandson being born here, so he's going to be born over at Hurley. That's one of the changes we've felt. My family has felt it financially. My wife also works here in the operating room, so there's 2 of us out here on strike, but we are going to move forward in a positive format for our community.
The 2 sides began negotiations in April, and the nurses went on strike on September 1st. As both sides continue working to resolve the strike, the nurses are keeping their heads strong.
There is hope in sight. We hope Henry Ford will negotiate with the Teamsters and come up with a fair contract for both, because that's what it's going to take.
But it's really a bigger issue. We need to change the view of healthcare in our entire country. Many hospitals are like this. Many hospitals are short-staffed.
The Teamsters Union and Henry Ford Health have yet to agree on any terms. Despite this, just yesterday, Henry Ford Health sent out a release stating that so far about 80 Teamsters nurses have crossed the picket line. This comes after Henry Ford stated implementing new wage increases. They also have about 80 nurses who have accepted job offers and or currently going through the hiring process, with more who have applied. The next scheduled negotiation will go on Tuesday, December 9th.
Auditions for Footloose the musical are coming up on December 16th. Anyone wanting to audition for a role needs to sign up for a time slot and learn their songs and monologues. You'll also need to learn the choreography routine by watching a video or going to the choreography workshops. More information on that is in the announcements. Callbacks will be 2 days later on December 18th. You can access the audition packet by scanning the QR code on your screen now.
You may have noticed some DTV members sitting in the cafeteria asking for your vote. It's all part of our new Cool to Care initiative. Now through December 19th, you can vote for your top 5 fun and slightly ridiculous activities that DHS Principal Mr. Pigger and TTV's own Tyler Updegraff will complete together over winter break. Voting will take place each day during all lunches, and each sheet is only $1. You can vote multiple times each day. Some of the choices include a hot wings challenge, building a blanket fort in Mr. Pigger's office, a freestyle rap competition, and so many other silly options. Every vote cast helps us raise money for Outreach East.
DECA is still looking for fuzzy socks to be donated so goodie bags can be made for senior citizens. If you would like to donate any pair of fuzzy socks, the box is located in the Cardinal shop. Their goal is 100 pairs, and the deadline for donations is Friday.
Right now, as the Key Club is collecting items for Genesee County Humane Society. You are able to donate in front of the main office until the 12th. You can find out what you can donate on your screen now and in the daily announcements. The Quiz Bowl team will be battling out tomorrow. The matches will be starting at 4 right here at DHS in the Social Studies wing. The varsity and JV team will be going against 6 other schools. They would love to have your support, so be there or be square.
Do you hear what I hear? Murmurs of snow days in the frosty air. I'll tell you what to expect in weather.
A new Division I state champ has been crowned in Ford Field. DT made a trip to the big game Detroit. We have the highlights.
Beautiful. Couldn't imagine anything better.
This past Sunday, the football state champ was decided. Earlier this week, DCC faced their state final rival, Cass Tech, on the Ford Field turf. Before this matchup, DCC had their championship run stopped by their rival for 3 years in a row, and we're looking to change the direction in this game. They played a great game as if it was a Super Bowl, and finally ended the losing streak with a win against Cass Tech and won their first football state championship since I was born, which is 2009, by the way, around 16 years ago.
I was on all those teams as an assistant, coming to Fort, almost became the Buffalo Bills of high school football, losing state championships. And then to get back here, and after what happened last year, we really believe we were the best team in the state last year, and we didn't prove it. And we wanted to come back not only to honor our seniors, but write our own story, finishing what we started, and we sure did today.
Great job, DCC. I'm happy the team put an end to their losing streak. The boys lacrosse team started their conditioning yesterday to get ready for the upcoming spring season. Conditioning is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 to 6 in the DHS weight room. Anyone interested in playing or planning to try out for the team is highly encouraged to attend. Let's take a look at our winter season Cardinal teams in action this week. Tomorrow the hockey team will be taking on the Powers Catholic Chargers at 5 on the Dort Event Center ice. Boys basketball team will be taking on a trip down to Lake Orion for their first game on Thursday. Tip-off starts at 7. Going into the weekend, the bowling team will be in Lansing at Royal Scott Lanes on Sunday. On Monday, the girls basketball team will be starting their season off on Rochester's court at 7. Let's go, Cards!
Merry Christmas, Davison. Well, okay, maybe I'm jumping the gun on that one a little bit. Christmas isn't for a couple of weeks, but it is absolutely looking like it with the snow-clad grounds. As we look outside, well, if we did see outside, you would see those snow-clad grounds. There we go. You see down here the snow-clad grounds, all kinds of white Christmassy magic going on. Now, I don't need to dream of it because it's right behind me. Now, looking at our radar, or looking at our 4-day, you can see that the temps are reflecting how it looks out there. Today, we got it being 30 degrees high, 19 degrees low, going down a couple of degrees for Wednesday to 30 and 13. Tuesday, it's hitting as low, or Thursday, it's hitting as low as 19 and 8. That's going to be cold. You definitely want to get your winter clothes on for that one. And then Friday, it's going to be a high of 28, low of 22. Getting up, rising up a little bit. Wednesday, we're going to see some snow showers, which is going to be nice, adding some more snow to what we already have outside. Now, as we look at our radar, you're going to be seeing there's not a whole lot around us, but looking down towards the Maine area, Boston, there's some stuff going on over there, but that's already past us. Now, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to the desk.
We want to see your heartwarming holiday memories. If you'd like to submit a picture, head to our website, dtvnews.org. There you'll find a link to a Google form where you can submit your picture. You can also send a picture through Instagram or Facebook. So, what did you guys end up doing over Thanksgiving?
Now, over Thanksgiving, I ended up getting kind of sick. It was not fun, but during Thanksgiving itself, there was a food fight, a tiny food fight. How sick? It started out with a scratchy throat and then turned into me seeing colors.
Oh.
Yeah, like a day later. It wasn't that bad, but it was definitely not fun. Nothing I would recommend.
I wouldn't think that seeing colors is that good
No, like-
of a symptom.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty bad. Well, of course, we had Turkey Day. Ate the turkey.
Our classic
ate,
turkey day.
and then
8 and 8 and 8.
I just decided that I wanted to have a chill weekend for the rest of the time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I just didn't really do anything.
Wish I could have had that, but I had my work going on, so.
Yeah.
Well, Justin, I'm glad that you actually are okay now.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm okay here with everyone now.
Well, thank you, Davison, for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day.